What's going on, people? Tony here with Zoey. Benji is not here today. Zoey, how are you doing?
I'm good, how
Good to see you. How have you been? You've been ghost, like Mudra or Mudrik in those games that have been happening.
Man, I was calling my coach, trying to tell him how our guys are supposed to play.
Yeah.
And he didn't listen to me. Now you see the results of this weekend. So, yeah.
So over the weekend we had games. The first one we're going to touch is I think Spurs United. People thought Manu was going to beat Spurs hands down, but it happened out the other way around. But in first half they had Spurs. Only that in the second half maybe Manu didn't turn up, or Spurs realized that we are Spurs and we are home. We've never beaten Manu at home. This is the right time we had to beat United. So they turned up in the second half and then ended up 2-1.
Yeah. Honestly, we all felt that Manu was going to win. It was so obvious. Okay, it was obvious before the match. But during the match, it stopped being obvious. We started seeing Sarah playing really well. Madison was everywhere. Son was running up and down. It was actually a really brilliant match. I was not even in Kampala when I watched that match. I was literally in a bus, and the network kept jumping. But I had to watch that match because it turned out to be really mad interesting. The way Spurs is playing, it's actually going to have like a higher position than it did, I think, the previous seasons. But the thing is that also the other teams this season are not playing, like no one is playing. But we're seeing Spurs being, way better than they've been in the past 2 seasons from yesterday's performance. Not yesterday, this last weekend's performance.
So we were on a gig in Tororo with Dranix. Shout out to man like Dranix. He's a Man U fan, you all know it. And on the gig, I kept on giving him. I was like, yo, Dranix, United has conceded a goal. He's like, man, I'm tired of Ten Hag. We want him out because he doesn't know what he's doing. He has his players that he has bought, but now he's not delivering. I don't know. Lisandro Maguire. That's the new name we gave him because he scored an own goal over the weekend. That defense of United. And the keeper. The keeper, I wouldn't have a go at him because he had good saves. I think it would have been more than the 2 goals if it was not for him. And as well, Rashford missed a 1-on-1, actually. I don't know if it was a good save from Vicario, but Rashford had to bury that one all day, all night, honestly.
Technically, Rashford in the first 2 matches, because they played 2 matches, yeah? If you've seen Rashford's 1v1s in the last 2 matches, he's actually been really shaky, he's been really scared. Not only in the Spurs match, in the match before that, I think the Wolves match, if Rashford, whenever Rashford was having a 1v1, he was not going anywhere. He'd reach forward and he would start shaking. He's like, what do I do now? You're Rashford, you've played in the Premier League for a long time, you know what to do. Sprint, attack the keeper head on, you understand? But he's not been Rashford in the first 2 matches we've watched, and it's kind of weird, especially for fantasy people, if you don't understand what to do with him anymore. So, it's been kind of weird to watch Rashford not play like Rashford.
Well, on the other side of Manchester, the blue side of Manchester, Man City managed to beat Newcastle over the weekend, 1-0. Julian Alvarez scoring. Did you watch the game?
No, that's one I did not.
You didn't watch the game. If you had the chance to watch the game, it was an end-to-end, and I thought it would be a high-scoring game, and all of a sudden, it ended up being just a low-scoring game, 1 goal only. But it was actually a good game to watch out. I think these top teams are really trying, even if it's going to be an ugly win or a very beautiful one, you just have to get the 3 points on board. That is what Man City did, and they were able to get the 3 points on board. So they managed to beat Newcastle 1-0. And then Liverpool beat Bournemouth 3-1. Bournemouth was the first to score. They were over Liverpool in the first half. I believe you watched that one, and it was a good one. Then Brentford beat Fulham 3-0. And Buemo and Wisa, those guys are moving mad. I said the other time on my fantasy I would be having Buemo, and he's actually doing good. So probably I would have him on the next one. Then your game. Talk to me. What's going on in Chelsea?
We can talk about my team. It's okay. That's why I came. Because I was like, someone has to defend my team. Because I know if I didn't come, you guys are just going to have it. With no background information. But it's all good.
So
okay, let's see. Technically, the lineup was fine. The lineup, I didn't see any problems. If Rich James is not there, Malo Gusto being there. Malo Gusto during pre-seasons, he was knocking guys. Like he had, upper body strength and was knocking guys. We actually saw it a bit in that match. Him, bodying guys on the wing. But reached a point, and after the Chukwuemeka goal, we were like, yeah, we got a chance. But then I saw that Ward Prowse was in that moved from Southampton to what's it called,
to
West Ham, and I was like, guys, do not even concede a free kick. Like I saw free kicks and corners, and I was like, bro, do you guys understand what you're doing? Like these guys. And the thing is that also historically, West Ham has always been one of Chelsea's rival. Like,
it's a London derby, actually. Yeah.
Besides just London derby, West Ham always malices Chelsea, and so besides the fact that in our match, our midfield I think was very shaky. We had a midfield of Enzo, Gallagher, and Chukwuemeka. And technically, on paper, that looks like a very solid team. Gallagher would always be holding back guys, constantly running back and forth from front to back. Enzo is Enzo. His work ethic is unmatched. Chukwuemeka does what Chukwuemeka does. And you saw he led to a very nice goal. But the fact that Enzo, for the first time, this is my first time ever seeing Enzo looking very shaky, dropping balls in the midfield. Our midfield was letting the ball go for the opponent to just come and take it anyhow. It was kind of scary. Our defense was all over the place. They were letting the opponent run right through them, and probably in the late stages of the second half, when we realized that they started to push through, but then it became too aggressive and obviously led to, the penalties and allowing the goals to pass through. Like Antonio's goal, it was so unprofessional. I can't lie to you. How do you allow? I think it was Disasi who literally. I don't know if you can do a professional foul. Yes, there's such a thing as professional foul.
Yeah.
Just try a professional foul at least.
And collect a card for the team.
Allow a card for the team.
Yeah.
But he just turned once and allowed Antonio to pass right through him. And Antonio's finishing, it's really inch perfect.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened. And then the entire time I was praying, let Caicedo come on and just gather the midfield. And he did the opposite of gathering the midfield. He let go. There was a little string attached to the midfield. He cut it. Like, severed everything that we could. We could have probably come up with a draw, but the fact that Caicedo came and dismantled everything, lost the ball, committed fouls, and led to a penalty. Yes, that game was really shaky, but we have other people waiting to play. Chukwuemeka is out, Rich James is out. We have a bunch of people that are out, so we have actually now a chance for everybody else who we had on the bench to come and play and show us what they've got in the first matches of the season.
Todd Boehly's 1 billion team lost to a 10-man Western. The penalty that Caicedo gave away, I think Caicedo is going to be under a lot of pressure. First, the price they paid for him, the money they paid for him. Now that missed penalty, and also Chelsea losing. So basically,
he has to redeem himself.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one for him, but I hope it turns out good. Other games that happened over the weekend, Wolves last time beat United. This time, Wolves. Other games, Burnley and Luton was postponed because Luton Stadium is still being fixed. Then I already talked about Brentford and Fulham. Then Brighton managed to win 4-1. They actually beat Wolves. Mitoma, did you see the solo goal?
Yeah, I did.
And then Estupiñán had an assist and a goal as well. So basically, and then on Monday, Arsenal managed to beat Crystal Palace 1-0, a penalty scored by the captain. Was that a penalty?
Yeah, it was a penalty.
But to the build-up, prior to the build-up, they said there was a block, I think, or one of the players, was it Partey, blocked one of Crystal Palace's player, and then we were looking at that foul. And then the red card as well, the second yellow for Tomiyasu, was it?
I didn't watch that Arsenal match. I
You did
thought that
watch
was
it?
a walkover. I was like, bro,
So
it was cold.
it was a serious
Monday
game.
morning.
It
I
was a
thought it was
serious
going to be
game.
a walkover.
Do you know that's the first Monday night game Arteta has won for Arsenal? All the 4 games he had played prior to this one that happened on Monday, he had never won any. He lost all of them. Yeah. So that was the first match he won as an Arsenal manager on a Monday. So probably that is what happened over the weekend. Who was your man of the weekend or the week?
Everyone in Brighton.
Brighton, yeah?
Yeah, sure. That entire squad, yeah?
Yeah.
They don't play. That's all I gotta say, man.
And
the
then,
thing is that Brighton and Brentford all the way started from I think last season. Every beginning of the season they play really well, bring unrealistic numbers to the scoreboard. You bring scoring 4 goals and above and all that, and then they somehow disappear in the middle of the season. I'd really want them to have a consistent season for once. Like, I really want them to be up there beating everyone. Like, I really want to see Brighton and Brentford have like a really good season.
Brighton, Man City, and Arsenal are the only teams after the first 2 games to have 100% win. I don't know, Chelsea, we're not going to say that. Chelsea. Chelsea, we're not going to say that. Also, United, we're not going to say that. But anyways, we're at Extra Scopes Media in town, MQ88 in Nyumba Kuba for your photography needs, videography. If you want to do some ads or run some ads on social media, Extras is here as well. Shout out to IPQG as well. They'll be hooking up with the jerseys. If you want to get a jersey, you can always reach out to them. The links to Extras and Epic UG in the description. Make sure you check out and link out to Extras and Epic UG as well. So, little bit of transfers. Chelsea signed a goalkeeper today, Petrovic. Have you ever heard of him? Honestly, I didn't know him.
I've never heard of him.
Never heard of him, and that's the first time. It's going to be a backup, I think, to Sanchez. You guys lost Slolina on loan. Then Kepa Mendy was sold. So basically, I think you needed another goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But is it going to be a backup or is going to be a fight for the position with Sanchez?
Sanchez is really struggling, but we shall see. Honestly, we shall just see. We don't know how Petrovic plays. We don't know where he's coming from. So we shall honestly just see.
Basically, I think that's the biggest move that has happened today. Actually, Bernardo confirmed already his signature with Manchester City, and then Jeremy Doku, a new winger that City has gotten, 60 million, is undergoing medical today. Probably tomorrow is going to be announced as a City player. I think they need him because Mahrez left, and then they need someone who could actually come and carry on what Mahrez has been doing. So Jeremy is actually a young player who is very promising, and it's going to come good. That's what I think for City. Amrabat, Manu has until probably Friday to put a bid for him. If they don't put a bid for him, I don't know. Then another saga, look out for Muhammad Kudus. Chelsea is around, West Ham is around, Arsenal might come in late and all that. So that's one to watch out for. I don't know if there's any other transfer we really have to talk about, but yeah, other than Saudi movements and all that, those are the transfers. So Zoey, you said your man of the week. Who was your ham roll or the flop of the weekend?
I flop of the week. I was going to say Enzo. No, Enzo, he was on. Enzo, let's forgive it. That was a penalty. Penalties guys be on pressure.
Okay.
The way we waited for Caicedo to enter the match and do something. Oh my days. This guy had to make Liverpool be like, hey, he missed out. And he flopped. Bruh.
I think Liverpool fans or Liverpool were the happiest because they're like, how does this man leave us? Yes. Decides to go there. The first thing he comes is he gives away a penalty and like, yo, we've survived that guy. At least, you know, the guy they signed is called Endo, so it's like a mix of
Caicedo and Enzo.
Yeah, so like Endo has come, he's going to be much better than those two.
I wish they both flopped in the same man, bro. So Endo better be better than Caicedo and Enzo.
So MacAlister got a red card. It was overturned. By the way, it was a harsh one to give out. So the referees in the Premier League, really, I don't know if they can get referees from the other side of the world to come and referee in the Premier League, because Premier League has players from different nations and all that. So I believe those English referees are not really nice. Anthony Taylor, actually, man, it's just mad. Then that one, David Coote, the one who refereed Crystal Palace and Arsenal. You know, the yellow card that was given to Tomiyasu was supposed to be given to Havertz because Havertz held the ball for, 18 seconds or 11 seconds. Tomiyasu, on the other hand, held the ball for only 8 seconds and was only got a yellow card. So basically, the referee is just mad. And it was the second yellow. There was no way it could be appealed or anything like that. So it's going to be out for the next game.
Arsenal fan, are you happy with Havertz?
Havertz is a dummy in the field. I think that's why the manager is over insisting on him. They see something that probably we do not see. So I think that's why he's insisting on it. I don't mind Havertz, but I want him to have numbers because that's how they're going to judge him. If you don't have assists, you don't have goals, you're going to be judged very badly. Now, like Rice put out a man of the match performance on Monday, but people want assists, they want goals from him. So basically, man. So Havertz is just a dummy, creates space for the for the other players. Basically, I think Arsenal wants to be so unpredictable. That's why they're playing Partey in a number 2 weirdly. So yeah. Probably. I wouldn't mind him, but I want him to deliver. I want him to have numbers. So that's my take on Havertz. Yeah. So anyways, that's all we had for you this week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Like, comment, tell someone about the pod, and make sure you turn on the notification so that every content we put out will be coming to you live. So that's what we had for you on this week, Zoey. Benji is hiding, but we'll have him next week because Guardiola is not going to be available probably until September. So, yeah, we hope City loses in that time. See you in the next one.